With breaking news, a horrific scene in Central Florida. A bus that originated in Immokalee full of farm workers. At least 8 people are dead after that bus was sideswiped by a pickup truck in Marion County. They were on their way to work at a watermelon farm. Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Safadi.
And I'm Lois Tomey. We've just learned the driver of the pickup truck is under arrest. He's identified as Brian McLean Howard. The Florida Highway Patrol says he's facing 8 counts of driving under the influence and manslaughter. We know at least 40 workers were hurt, some of them seriously. Investigators say the truck Howard was driving crossed the center line and sideswiped the bus. The bus swerved off the road, crashed through a fence, hit a tree, and ended up on its side in a field.
This will be a very long and lengthy and thorough investigation. We do not get in a hurry to conclude what happened until we have all the facts. I can tell you that it's going to be probably 6 months at least before we conclude factually what transpired here today.
We have team coverage of this crash. Wink News reporter Amy Gallow and Michelle Alvarez are live in Immokalee. We begin with Michelle, and this is such a shocking accident. What are you learning?
Lois, the owner of Alvarez Trucking tells us the bus is from Immokalee. It was carrying 53 farm workers to a job site from where they were staying in Gainesville. It happened around 6 a.m. after it collided with a truck in Marion County, which is about 80 miles north from Orlando. Investigators say that bus swerved off State Road 40, a straight but somewhat hilly 2-lane road that passes through farms, and the bus crashed through a fence and ended up on its side in a field. 8 people died at the scene, 8 are in critical condition, and there are 30 others with injuries. The workers were going to Cannon Farms to harvest watermelons, and they posted on their Facebook saying, "We will be closed today out of respect to the losses and injuries endured early this morning in the accident that took place to the Alvarez Trucking Harvesting Corporation. Please pray with us for the families and the loved ones involved in this tragic accident. We appreciate your understanding at this difficult time."
Obviously, there's challenges right now for all of us. Language barrier on some of the occasions, but we have personnel, they have personnel. I'm providing some of my support staff that's bilingual to help them, assist them in this process. This is the death that is a shock to you, and it's going to be hard on them, and rightfully so, because they just lost a loved one. My heart pleads for them. My heart goes out to them.
I did some research and found that vehicle crashes were the leading cause for job-related deaths back in 2022 after they accounted for 81 out of 171 fatalities. I'm live in Immokalee. Michelle Alvarez, Wink News.
All right, Michelle, thank you. That statistic specifically to farm workers. Our coverage continues right now with Wink News reporter Amy Gallow in Immokalee. Speaking of the farm workers, Amy, what else are you learning about the victims?
We're still working to find out whether any of the people on that bus were from Immokalee and when did that bus leave. According to the job order form for this job, it was advertised towards H-2A, which means the farm workers on this bus were likely foreign national workers. The form states they would have been hired to work at Cannon Farms and be housed in Gainesville. We know the 53 farm workers were on their way to that farm in Marion County where they'd been harvesting watermelon. We still don't know why they would have left from Immokalee or when, but according to the Coalition of Immokalee Workers, harvesting season is almost over, which means this time of year it's common for farm workers to travel up north for work. It's also not rare for workers to go from one farm to another.
The truth is, we don't have all the details of what happened. We still don't know exactly who the workers are or who was involved in this accident. But our hearts go out to the family, and surely there will be more details about everything. What happened is very sad.
The coalition says, unfortunately, incidents like these are far too common. And when it comes to traffic regulations and safety surrounding buses like this one, those are loosely enforced when it comes to the laws. Live in Immokalee, Amy Gallow, Wink News.